So I've shared multiple videos here on my channel regarding how to start a business here in the UK. I've also shared videos around thinking about the different business structures you might want to consider if you're someone looking to start your business here in the UK. But really, one of the fundamental questions you might have as an entrepreneur looking to start your business here is how much is it actually going to cost me in order to run my business here in the UK? How much is it really going to cost to start a business, to run a limited company here in the UK? Before we dive into that, I think it's important to consider some of the possible scenarios where business owners might decide that a limited company is actually the best business structure for their business. So the first scenario you might look to using a limited company for is where you're actually looking to get business protection. Okay, so business protection in the sense that you want to protect your company name, your business name from being used by other businesses, whether that's 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. As long as your business is registered as a limited company, you will benefit from having that protection that no other business out there can register their business using your business name. Scenario you might be interested in using a limited company to run your business is where you're actually looking to have some sort of personal income flexibility. By this, I mean that if you were to use a limited company in order to run your business in the UK, then this will provide you some form of flexibility around how you as a business director could actually pay yourself a form of personal income. Okay, because if you run your business through a limited company, then there are multiple ways that you would be able to benefit from that in terms of withdrawing personal income from that company. Okay, the most common ones being you either take out a salary or you take out dividends. Now, I obviously already have a video on some of the best ways you can pay yourself as a company director. I'll leave the link to that video in the description box below. That leads me to the third scenario where most entrepreneurs would generally make a decision as to utilizing a limited company in order to run their business. And that is lower taxation. If you are an entrepreneur who is looking to reduce the amount of taxes that is being paid on your business's profits, then you would definitely want to look at using a limited company in order to run your business. Now, in the UK, the corporation tax rates are significantly lower, okay, on what you pay on your business's profits. That is compared to you running your business as a sole trader. Now, let's not forget that if you're using a limited company to run your business, there are also a wider range of business allowable expenditure that you can use in order to lower the tax that you pay on your profits. So in order to set up your limited company, you're obviously going to need to pay some money for that, okay? And the cost to register your company can range anywhere from a minimum of maybe £50 right up to £100, okay? And this might even be more depending on whether or not you need to have a director's business address and service address added on top of doing this. Okay, so it might be that you don't have a UK address that you need in order to actually register your UK company. Now, depending on the type of UK company you need to register, you might find that the cost you end up paying might actually go as high as maybe £200 or even £250, depending on the type of UK company it is that you are looking to register. Okay, there are different types of UK companies which people can use in order to register their companies. So take a look on our website for more information on the different types of UK companies that you can actually get registered here in the UK. Second cost to consider is going to be your tax filing cost. That is because when you open your limited company, inevitably you are going to have to file your tax returns, okay, on an annual basis, as well as your annual accounts. Now, it's going to be important for you to factor in how much roughly it is going to cost you, okay, to actually get those tax returns filed on a consistent basis. Now, generally, when you're working with an accountant, you're going to find that the cost that you are charged for filing your tax returns will generally differ. Okay, some accountants will charge you a flat fee, and that basically means that they are charging you a flat fee in order to complete the entirety of your tax returns. Okay, and sometimes you'll find that this flat fee, the amount that you pay as a flat fee, will depend on the turnover of your particular business. By turnover, I mean the gross amount of income or revenue that you are generating for your business. Contrary to this, you'll find that you can also get accountants who might charge you what we call an hourly fee. Hourly fee basically means that you are charged per hour, and the total cost that you might pay will be dependent on how many hours approximately it will take to do your tax returns. So this is something you want to definitely bear in mind, because currently the average cost of filing tax returns here in the UK can start anywhere from around £350 right up to £1,250. It really depends on what it is you need from your accountant. It depends on the complexity of the business that you're running, and of course it depends on the turnover of your company. In some instances, some business directors might be looking for payroll services, bookkeeping services, all of which you have to bear in mind will add to the complexity of actually preparing your accounts, and therefore it will likely increase the costs that you have to pay for when it comes to actually hiring an accountant to submit your tax returns. Now, the next cost to consider is going to be the cost of actually setting up your bank account. And by this, I mean your business bank account, because when you have a limited company, it is always good practice for you to ensure that you have a business bank account, which helps you keep your personal finances separate from your business finances. And with having a business bank account is that there's some banks out there that might require you to have a daily minimum balance, okay? Which basically means that they might require you to have a balance in your business account at any point in time of, say, a minimum of £200 to £300, etc. Not in all cases, but you will find that in some cases, the banks might require that for you to maintain that business bank account that you've got with them, you need to have on a daily basis a minimum balance of at least maybe say £300 or £500 sitting in that bank account. Of course, it's also worth noting that this is a good practice to have whether or not you actually have to do it based on the bank's requirements. So taking all this into consideration, the cost of actually registering your UK company and running your business through a limited company structure in the UK can cost you anywhere from say £600 right up to say £1,600 and more, okay, depending on what particular professional services it is that you actually require. There are a lot of factors that will influence the actual amount you will end up paying to run your UK limited company on an annual basis. So talking about registering your company to run your business here in the UK, if you're looking to actually get started on this journey, then do make sure you check the links below for our UK company registration services and how we can assist you further. Thank you so much for watching, and do make sure to share this video with a fellow business owner that might benefit from this. I will see you in the next video.